Hello. Who is ready for this stream? Let me just finish setting up. Why did I say it like that? Okay, mic's fixed. Share screen. So, today we will be doing the Brant Steel Survivor Simulator with all of my subscribers who had their subscription shown for the first 100. These 17 people were included, including myself. Go subscribe to them all if you can find their channel in the description of this live. I added all the people I could find. I couldn't find all the channels, unfortunately. So pick a person to root for. I just picked a random season. I don't know if it's any good. Alright. No, that doesn't work. I was going to split screen it so I could see the chat at the same time, but that doesn't work. Well, won't then. Let's... So go subscribe to Abishan Krishanthan, BurntToast, deedee, Frank Gatti, Gotcha Isaiah, Jeff Tybout, John Broadhurst, Jojo Rabbit, Cass, KDE Fan 728, Krisy, Nick Rick Games, Ninetails, rdoti, Scamp Fan 127, the commenter Tumts, and of course subscribe to me as well. I have not tampered with any of the settings to make myself win. Okay, be right back. What? Okay, I'm back. I've not tampered with any of the settings to get myself to win. All of it is completely normal. Unless I... Nah, I'm just kidding. So yeah, pick a person to root for, and let's start. Tumts and Waffle Voice 2 are chosen to select tribes as the two oldest players. I am not freaking old. I am literally a teenager. The hell you mean I'm old? I think it's just random. Tumps wins the games in rock, paper, scissors, and for the first selection, they choose the commenter to join their team. I choose KDE Fan 728. The commenter chooses Jeff Tybout. KDE Fan 728 chooses Jojo Rabbit. Jeff Tybout is Krisy. Jojo Rabbit chooses Cass. Krisy chooses Abishan Krishanthan. Cass chooses Gotcha Isaiah. Abishan Krishanthan chooses Scamp Fan 127. Gotcha Isaiah chooses deedee. Scamp Fan 127 chooses Ninetails. deedee chooses BurntToast. Ninetails chooses Frank Gatti. BurntToast chooses John Broadhurst. Frank Gatti chooses Nick Rick Games. John Broadhurst chooses rdoti. Tumst and his teammates will be on the Fang tribe, and Waffle Boys 2 and my teammates will be on the Coda tribe. So these are the teams. You can pick one person from each team to root for, I guess. Obviously, I'm going to be rooting for myself. I guess I'll also root for the other team leader, Tumst. But I like all of these guys because they're all awesome. Let's go to the first challenge. The tribes would have to race across the plain up a hill. The first castaway from each tribe to the top of the hill would win an individual immunity necklace that would only be good at their tribe's first tribal council. The first entire tribe to the top of the hill would win a reward. Oh, my tribe wins a reward. Let's go. We win extra bag of corn and beads. And Abishan Krishanthan and John Broadhurst both won immunity for the first time their tribe loses. There's no advantages hidden yet. 6 tribe members will be belted together and race through a swamp, over a net wall, and under and over a series of hitching posts. These 6 will then have to dig up 3 bags of puzzle pieces and deliver them to the 3 remaining tribe members. These 3 would then assemble the puzzle pieces to win the challenge. We also win immunity! That's so epic! Let's go! And some flint. That could be useful. Abishan Krishanthan has immunity for this elimination. The commentator is impressing the rest of their team. Frank Gatti rested at camp to restore their energy. Meanwhile, at the Coda tribe, John Broadhurst has immunity for when we lose. BurntToast and rdoti find something in common. Gudra Isaiah and John Broadhurst find something in common. John Broadhurst and Cass find something in common. And the first alliance is formed between deedee, Gudra Isaiah, John Broadhurst, and Cass. I feel like deedee just snuck in there, and these 2 are just friends with John Broadhurst. It's time for the first elimination. Abishan Krishanthan has immunity from this vote, so he cannot be voted out. The first vote, Nick Rick Games. Second vote, ScampFan127. Third vote, Nick Rick Games. Fourth vote, ScampFan127. Fifth vote, ScampFan127. Sixth vote, Nick Rick Games. Seventh vote, Nick Rick Games. Eighth vote, ScampFan127. Then there's only one vote left, and the first person voted out is ScampFan127 in a 5-4 vote. Sadly, they are the first person to get eliminated. Say your goodbyes to them. They won't be returning unless there's a redemption. I haven't checked the season. Here's who voted for who, if you're curious. And now it's an 8 versus 9 battle, because Fang Tribe has lost a member. No advantages hidden yet. The alliances. The tribes have to roll a large ball through a series of gates at 2 points along the course. A tribe member has to climb atop the ball to retrieve 2 sets of keys at the final gate. The keys unlock 3 chains that block the gate. The first tribe to go through all the gates and roll their ball atop a short pedestal wins. Coda tribe wins immunity and some fishing gear. They also choose to send Krisy from the opposing tribe to Exile Island. Poor Krisy. They're going to have to be by themselves. They're on Exile Island. They can pick from one of 2 bottles. One will grant an idle comfort. The other one offers idle protection. So what I think the first one means is that they just get comfort on Exile Island, and the second one means they could get a clue to the idol, and they take that one and get a clue to the idol. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they found it, though. That's sad. Frank Gatti and Ninetails bond slightly. And the first alliance of this team forms between Jeff Tybout and Nick Rick Games, the commenter, and tumts. John Broadhurst has immunity still. Cass and rdoti have a minor disagreement. And for some reason, Cass leaves the alliance. And this might actually end up getting them eliminated, since rdoti doesn't like them. Cass, you might have just sealed your fate. Luckily, your team did not lose, though, so you're safe, at least for now. It's time for the first vote. No one has any idols. First vote, Frank Gatti. Second vote, Krisy. Third vote, Krisy. Fourth vote, Krisy. Fifth vote, Krisy. Sixth vote, Frank Gatti. Seventh vote, Frank Gatti. The second person voted out is Krisy. That's kind of rude. They got sent to exile and got voted out. That's that's tragic. Poor Krisy. Y'all are so mean. Abishan Krishanthan and Ninetales are real for not voting Krisy out this elimination. Fang has lost 2 members, and Coda Tribe has still not lost any. There are no hidden advantages yet. I don't even know if there are any in this one besides the exile one. One member of each tribe would hang onto a post. 2 members of the opposing tribe would attempt to remove the tribe member from the post and drag them across the sand to the finish line. The first tribe to get the member of the other tribe across the finish line would receive 1 point. The first tribe to score 2 points would win. Thank you for the clarification, BurntToast. Also, hi. Welcome to the chat. Also, Coda Tribe wins their reward when Blake gets a hammock, pillows, and a mat. They also send the commenter to Exile Island. They choose to get a clue to the idol. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they find it. Imagine if they also get eliminated, just like Krisy did, after being sent to exile. That would be sad. Lake launch. One at a time, 6 tribe members would slide down a water slide. They would then swim out to retrieve a number tile, then run up the hill they slid down to drop their number off. Once all 6 tiles were retrieved, the remaining castaway would use the tiles to solve a numeric puzzle. The answer to the puzzle is a combination to open a locked chest which holds an axe. The first tribe to open their chest and use the axe to cut a rope that would raise their tribe's flag would win. And the Fang tribe wins immunity, so luckily the same thing will not be happening to the commenter here. Frank Gotti and Nickery Games have a fight. Frank Gotti and Ninetales have a disagreement. Oh god, that's not looking good for Frank Gotti here. Jeff Tybalt leaves the alliance for some unknown reason. Cass and Waffle Boys 2 has a disagreement. Oh god, that's not good. RDOTI has a meltdown. Deedee and Gotcha Isaiah bond strongly. John Broadhurst still has immunity from the first challenge and cannot be voted out. First vote, Jojo Rabbit. Second vote, RDOTI. Third vote, RDOTI. Fourth vote, Jojo Rabbit. Fifth vote, Jojo Rabbit. Sixth vote, RDOTI. Seventh vote, RDOTI. Eighth vote, Jojo Rabbit. The final vote, Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit has been eliminated in a 5-4 vote. I really thought that RDOTI was going to leave because of the meltdown, but for some reason they voted Jojo Rabbit out. Now the tribes are more even. Each tribe member ranks their tribe mates from most important to least important. So Nickery Games is the most important on the Fang tribe, and the commenter is the least important. BurntToast is the most important on the Coda tribe, and Deedee's the least important, apparently, from the tribe mates. Oh, what's this? BurntToast and Nickery Games will begin a schoolyard pick for new tribes because they're considered the most important members. Well, I guess we have new teams. BurntToast chooses the commenter. Best and worst from different teams. Amazing pick. Nickery Games chooses RDOTI. The commenter chooses KDE Fan 728. RDOTI chooses Ninetales. KDE Fan 728 chooses Tumts. Ninetales chooses Waffle Boys 2. Thank you. Tumps chooses John Broadhurst. Waffle Boys 2 chooses Jeff Tybalt. John Broadhurst chooses Frank Gatti. Jeff Tybalt chooses Deedee. Frank Gatti chooses Gotcha Isaiah. deedee chooses Abishan Krishanthan. I love saying his name. It's so funny to say. Cass was not selected, so they will receive immunity and will spend the night at Exile Island. They will be joining the losing tribe after a tribal council. Well, that's good for them. I still feel like they're not in a good position. So these are the current tribes, and whichever one loses the next member, Cass will join their team in their place. No advantages are hidden yet. That's strange. They should be hidden by now. Since the teams were rearranged, the alliances got split up, so Nickery Games and deedee are now alone and have no teammates anymore. That's tragic. But on the other side, the other two people from each alliance only lost one person and can still work together. So it looks like we might have some conflict on this team. Cass, however, is on Exile Island. They choose to take the protection from the idol, and they actually find the hidden Exile Island, hidden immunity idol. Oh my god, Cass is literally going from bad position to best position in the game entirely. They are so lucky. The tribes would play a lacrosse-like game on the water. Each tribe member would be on a raft and have a paddle. Each round, props would toss a ball into the water. The castaways would paddle around the playing field, using the paddle to pass the ball from one tribe mate to another. The first tribe to throw the ball 3 times at their opponent's goal would win. Coda Tri wins immunity, so don't worry about being sniped out just yet, BurntToast, because you're still in it. No advantages are hidden yet. When are they going to be hidden? Seriously? deedee and Ninetails have a disagreement, and Jeff Tybout and rdoti bond. Meanwhile, on the other team, John Broadhurst and Tumts have a disagreement. Gotcha Isaiah and Tumts bond. BurntToast and Tumts bond. This is not good for John Broadhurst. Tumts might be able to convince Gotcha Isaiah and BurntToast to vote off John. This is not good for him. Also, deedee leaves the alliance because they're not on this team anymore. And a new one's actually formed. Actually, it might not be the end for him since it's literally 6 people, including John. How many people are even on this team? They didn't even lose anyways. What am I carrying on about? The Fang tribe will be voting someone else. No one has any eligible items for safety. First vote. Me! Why did I have a vote? Me! Jeff Tyba. Yeah, it's me, dang it. Who voted with me? Thank you, Nickery Games. Thank you for not voting for me. Everyone else, why did you have to vote for me? That's so rude. I got eliminated. I'm sad now. Cass is now on the Fang tribe since I got eliminated from that tribe. And it's also the final 14. It's Fong. Well, I'm gonna keep pronouncing it Fang. Because yes. Cass still has the hidden immunity idol. Yeah, Nickery Games still doesn't have his alliance members. We have the big alliance of this team. Wait, there's only 7 people on this team. Does that mean if they lose, the other person is just automatically going to get out? Fruit flies. A tribe member would toss fruit through a hole in the wall to 2 members of their own tribe. An opposing tribe member would stand in front of the wall, use a club to try to knock away the fruit as it was thrown through the air. Once a piece of fruit is caught by a tribe member, it would have to be thrown through a hole in a second wall defended by a second opposing tribe member. The tribe that catches the most fruit by weight after 5 minutes would win. I have no idea how that would work. Fang tribe wins immunity. When herb gardens, salt, oil, chili sauce, and all fruit collected from the challenge. If one team just dominated in this challenge, then they would just have infinite fruit. Wait, so if both teams knew that this was the challenge, or that that the winning team would keep their fruit. They could just make a pact to not try and stop each other from getting fruit, and whoever just does better wins the fruit. But anyways, Fang Tribe chooses to send the commenter to exile. I don't think there's an idol there anymore. Proceed. They choose to get a clue to the idol, but there is no idol. Cliff bowling. One member from each tribe would roll a large wicker ball down a hill. A blindfolded tribe member at the bottom of the hill would attempt to block the opposing tribe's ball with a shield and the aid of a collar. Behind the blocker would be a row of 7 goals of varying point values. If the tribe's ball made it past the blocker and into the goal, it will be awarded the specific number of points. The tribe with the most points after 5 rounds would win, and Fang Tribe wins immunity. Cass still has the idol, and Nick Games has a major meltdown. He probably didn't want me to be eliminated, and then I got eliminated. That's so sad. Gotcha Isaiah also has a major meltdown. No one has any eligible votes. Burnt Toast. You could be eliminated. Hold up. Everybody on this team is in the Big Alliance except for the commenter. KDE fan 728. Gotcha Isaiah. Yeah, they're not caring about the Alliance at all. KDE fan 728. KDE fan 728. The 5th person voted out. KDE fan 728. Why the hell did they get voted out? For what reason did they have to be voted out? Why? This is just a random decision to kill them. They are now down to 6 members. They're not doing good. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. They weren't in the Big Alliance. KDE fan was the only one not in the Big Alliance. My bad. It wasn't the commenter. So what happens if they lose again? Uh-oh. Snake in the grass. The tribes would be tethered to a 20-foot long, 200-pound claw snake. The tribe would start at opposite ends of an oval course. Both tribes would run counterclockwise around the course and try to catch up to the other tribe. If a tribe member could not continue, they may unhook themselves from the snake, and remaining tribe members would continue the challenge. First tribe to catch the other tribe and touch one of the opposing tribe members would win. Also, Fang Tribe wins their award. They win croissants, fruit tarts, chocolate eclairs, coffee, and tea. They can also send one player from losing tribe to exile, and they choose Gotcha Isaiah. They might need this, since they did have a major meltdown last round. They choose Idle Comfort, which means for once they actually don't choose for a clue for an idol that's not there anymore. They get a semi-lavish shelter and a fruit basket. Amazing. I think they needed to be sent away to exile for a little bit. Jungle Relay. The tribes would divide into 3 pairs. Each pair would be tethered together by a rope. The first pair would crawl under a cargo net, race through the jungle, go through an obstacle, retrieve 2 sections of a flagpole, and return to the starting line. The next pair would run the same course with an additional obstacles to retrieve the next 2 pieces of the flagpole. The final pair would run the course with 2 additional obstacles and retrieve the final 2 pieces of the flagpole. First tribe to select all the flagpole pieces and assemble their flag would win. Fang Tribe also wins immunity here. Jeff Tybot and Ninetails have a disagreement. Ninetails is also impressing the rest of the team. Deedee and Cass have a small fight. Meanwhile, on this team, the commenter leaves the alliance, which is a very dumb move considering everybody's in the alliance and now they're all going to target you. And you lost. What are you doing, commenter? Yeah, I don't know, Burnt Toast. I think the commenter is screwed here. The commenter. Gotcha Isaiah. The commenter. Gotcha Isaiah. The commenter. And the commenter. You didn't even get a single vote. What were you worrying about? The commenter has been eliminated. That was very stupid of them to leave the tribe. They probably could have got Gotcha voted out if they didn't leave. I feel like Gotcha Isaiah is going to have a redemption arc. 7-5. This team is on a win streak and hasn't hasn't lost once since the team swap. Gotcha Isaiah does have an alliance with John, though. If this tribe loses again, it's going to be one of the other three. Elephant eggs. What does that mean? In 2 roped off squares, 3 members of a tribe would toss a breakable ball back and forth. An opposing tribe member would attempt to smash or knock the ball to the ground. First tribe to break the opposing tribe's ball would score a point for the round. First tribe who scored 3 points would win. So this is basically monkey in the middle, but instead of the middle trying to catch it, they're trying to break it. That sounds cool. Fang tribe wins reward. The other tribe hasn't even won a reward either. An afternoon picnic and send John Broadhurst to the exile. John Broadhurst chooses to get a clue, and there's still no idols hidden since Cass still has the idol. Lake Log Jam. The castaways compete in a head-to-head log rolling contest in a single elimination tournament. The final round will have 3 castaways rolling the log at the same time. The last person standing winning individual immunity and the opportunity to give individual immunity to one member of the opposing tribe. So is this like the first episode? Jeff Tybalt wins immunity, and they also share it with Gotcha Isaiah. Alright. No event secured. BurntToast and Frank Gatti find something in common. BurntToast and Gotcha Isaiah have a major fight, and Frank Gatti has a major meltdown. Okay, BurntToast, you were so lucky you weren't the one who left the alliance. However, Gotcha Isaiah does have immunity, though, so you can't just vote him out. You better hope these people are going to be nicer to you. Gotcha Isaiah has the immunity necklace. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're screwed. Yeah, BurntToast. John Broadhurst. BurntToast. John Broadhurst. And the final votes. John Broadhurst, you're actually still in the game. Congratulations. I did not see that coming. You better thank these people that didn't vote for you. Oh, it is double tribal council. Cass stands up and plays it. Any votes against them will not count. They didn't even get a single vote. They done wasted the idol. Are you kidding me? I thought they were going to have a power play. Deedee. Abishan Krishanthan. Deedee. rdoti. rdoti. Abishan Krishanthan. And the final vote is Abishan Krishanthan. Dang, I like saying his name, and he's out. These votes were pretty all over the place here. Well, Fang Tribe, due to the double elimination, actually lost a challenge for once. Although they probably would have won it if it was a single elimination. A feast occurs. A second immunity idol is hidden that can only be found out. Of course, Cass finds this as well. You could have had 2. Now you only have 1. Oh, this is not a true merge. A tribe swap will actually occur. Castaways draw a numbered stone from a bag. Castaways who draw odd numbers become the new Fang tribe. And the castaways who draw even numbers become the new Coda tribe. Alright, so these are the new tribes. Say hi to your new tribe. You have someone who hates you. You have someone who gave the person who hates you immunity. You have someone with an idol. And you have one of your alliance members. Yeah, this is not a good team to be on. Yeah, I don't think you'll be getting much further. Better hope your team wins. Nicker Games and Tumts have finally been reunited. And can finally start working together again. Frank Gatti and Tumts no longer have BurntToast for their alliance. Oh, never mind, you didn't have an alliance with rdoti. I was wrong. You have no alliance members. Someone on your team has an idol. And 2 of them are working together. And 1 hates you. Yeah, you're screwed. You're screwed. Keep it up. Each contestant will have to hold 2 poles against a platform above their head. If any of the 2 fall, that contestant will be out. The last person standing would win for their tribe. Burnt Toast, lucky for you, your tribe wins immunity. No event securing. Burnt Toast, you're actually impressing the rest of your team, which is not good because now you're a target. Jeff Tybout and RDOTI, the only person who you could potentially work with, are bonding, which means he is probably going to get into their alliance soon. Yeah, I don't think you're surviving if you lose. It's time to vote. First vote, Nine Tails. Second vote, deedee. Third vote, Nine Tails. Fourth vote, and the first member of the jury, Nine Tails. It was unanimous besides his vote. Final 9. Super Golf. The tribes would use a 3-man slingshot to shoot an oversized golf ball along 3 golf holes. Tribe that put their ball in the hole using the fewest number of shots would receive 1 point. The first tribe to score 2 points would win. This challenge actually seems like it will be super fun to actually do. Fang Tribe wins their award through an overnight trip to Gabonese village. They also send Burnt Toast to Exile Island. If only Cass didn't find the idol and waste it. Oh, never mind, there's a new one there, but you didn't find it, even though you picked the clue. You really could have used that, too. Oh, it's actually Merge. So you might have a chance now. You have some of your old teammates back. Fired up. The castaways would make a fire large enough to burn through a rope using flint and steel, and a box of fire-making supplies. The first castaway to completely burn through their rope would win. And that just so happens to be Gotcha Isaiah. Frank Gotti and RDOTI have a minor disagreement. Nickry Games and Tumts alliance is gone, and a new alliance is formed with Tumts, Cass, Jeff Tyvout, Gotcha Isaiah, and deedee, and does not include you. Uh-oh. It's time for the first vote off. Before we do this, how confident are you in your surviving this elimination, Burnt Toast? Yeah, that's what I thought. First vote, Frank Gotti. Second vote, Nick Rick Games. Third vote, Nick Rick Games. Fourth vote, Frank Gotti. Fifth vote, Nick Rick Games. Sixth vote, Nick Rick Games. 10th person eliminated, Nick Rick Games. Looks like you weren't eliminated. Looks like the Alliance decided to keep you around longer. Good for you. Final 8, congratulations. Oh, that's probably why you have your alliance again with Frank Gotti and Tumst. So you do actually have a chance because you have these people with you. Oh, it's the Survivor auction. Players will be given $500 to be used for the auction. There's your share money and items. Auction ends without notice. Gotcha Isaiah wins 3 beers and peanuts. RDOTI wins the covered item. The power to send someone to exile and take their money. They send Tums to exile. You win peanut butter and chocolate. I don't think a cat can eat that. Jeff Tybo wins a bubble bath and a change of clothes. You also win hamburger and fries. Frank Gotti wins a covered item, spaghetti, garlic bread, and a glass of wine. Ooh, garlic bread. They also win an advantage in the upcoming challenge. And Gotcha Isaiah wins chocolate chip cookies for the tribe, which will definitely set them good with the tribe. Even though they didn't even know what it was. Tumps is on Exile Island. They pick for a clue to the immunity idol, and they actually find it. Great job, Tumps. The domino effect. In the first round, the castaways would race across a series of balance beams carrying a bag of puzzle blocks. The first two castaways to bring all three of their bags would go to the final round, which each player must stack all their pieces, like a line of domino tiles, while avoiding ropes that would topple the tiles that were already stacked. Once all the blocks were properly stacked, the castaway would start a chain reaction, which would release a flag. The first castaway to raise the flag would win, and RDOTI wins immunity. Tass and Tumts both have idols. Frank Gatti and Jeff Tybalt find something in common, and so does him and Tumts. All right. No, neither of the two idol users are using an idol this elimination, so you might still have a chance. First vote, Gotcha Isaiah. Second vote, Burnt Toast. Third vote, Burnt Toast. Fourth vote, Gotcha Isaiah. Fifth vote, Burnt Toast. Sixth vote, Burnt Toast. Seventh vote, and next member of the jury, Burnt Toast. You have been eliminated. You even got betrayed by one of your allies. Got betrayed by Tumst. Dang. Well, you got out. Which means we have the final 7. Yeah, this alliance is definitely going to be breaking up. Now or never. The castaways drew rocks to choose captains, and then were split into 2 teams of 3 by schoolyard pick. The unpicked castaway would be ineligible to win the reward. The teams would be roped together and have to race through a swamp to collect 7 sprocket pieces at 2 different stations. After collecting all the sprockets, the team would have to assemble them on a board in order to turn another sprocket, which in turn would raise a flag. The members of the winning team would move on to the final round to individually solve the sliding puzzle. First castaway to solve the puzzle will win. Deedee wins their reward. They win a video from their loved one, pizza, beer, and brownies. Not announced at the challenge was an in-person visit from their loved one. Great job to Deedee for winning the challenge. And now we have the Murdy challenge. Bombs away. The castaways will be asked trivia about Gavin. For each question answered correctly, the castaway would earn 1 ball. After 4 questions are asked, the castaways would throw the balls that they won down a hill at a circular target divided into the zones. Castaway throws their balls to the zones closest to the center of the target would win. RDOTI wins their second immunity in the merge. No events have occurred, so let's get on to the Tribal Council. Neither of them use their safeties. You guys need to start using your safeties, otherwise you're going to get out. Gotcha Isaiah, Frank Gotti, Jeff Tybalt. That's 3 different votes already. Got Frank Gotti, and Frank Gotti's out. Who were the not votes for him? I guess Tumps didn't betray him. Final 6. I mean, you made it to the merge, and you weren't really liked in the merge. I don't think the SWAT would have screwed you over if you did lose, but you didn't. So you weren't screwed over by the SWAT since you just won. It was your fighting with Gotcha Isaiah that killed you. You shouldn't have fought with him. This is also the last round for them to use their immunities. There's a big 5-person alliance, which means if they lose, this 6th person that's still left will be voted out. Swamp monkeys. The castaways would race through a swamp and over several obstacles to retrieve 1 of 3 balls. They would then return to the start and toss the ball into the net. First castaway to retrieve all 3 balls and get them into the net would win. DE wins the reward, and they share it with Jeff Tybalt and Gotcha Isaiah. They win an overnight helicopter trip to a gorilla sanctuary in Gavin, while having a meal, a shower, and a bed to sleep in. DD also chooses to send RDOTI to Exile Island. They choose Idle Comfort and get fruit basket stuff. Good job. Mask match. The castaways will be blindfolded during the challenge. At the starting line will be a Gabonese mask. At the other end of the net obstacle will be a duplicate mask with some pieces removed. 3 bags of puzzle pieces will be needed to carry across the net, one obstacle at a time. The puzzle pieces will then need to be assembled to replicate the mask at the start line. First castaway to correctly replicate the mask would win, and RDOTI wins their 3rd immunity from the merge. What are they? How are they this good? Final round to use it. RDOTI, as expected, is impressing the rest of the team. Jeff Tybalt actually leaves the alliance but joins a new one with deedee and ROTI. It seems we could get betrayal. Jeff Tybalt also rested at camp to restore their energy. It's time for the elimination. Cass uses the idol. Tumts also uses their idol because why wouldn't they? First vote, Cass does not count. Cass does not count. Jeff Tybalt. Jeff Tybalt, 13th person out. Jeff Tybalt. Dang. He got idled out. That's tragic for him. Good job, Cass. You actually used your idol correctly this time. Final 5. Congratulations to these 5 for making it. There's 2 different alliances. Amazing Gabon. The castaways would have to dig a hole under a wall, cross a maze made out of planks, and untie a series of knots that would open a gate that led to a maze of 25 Gabonese huts, and 3 of the huts would be a bag of puzzle pieces. 1 puzzle piece at a time would need to be retrieved from the maze and dropped off at the finished platform. Once all 3 bags were retrieved, the first castaway to correctly assemble the puzzle would win. Gotcha, Isaiah, you have 1 immunity. Good job. And that actually means RDOTI finally doesn't win it for once. No events have been occurring. It's time for the vote. Who's going to be eliminated from these 4? Cass. RDOTI. RDOTI. And RDOTI is eliminated with all votes except for his own. RIP. Final 4. Wait a minute, all the final 4 is literally in an alliance. Well, hopefully one of them doesn't leave it, because that would be very stupid. Don't do what the commenter did. Deedee wins immunity from the House of Cards challenge. The castaways will be given 200 wooden tiles. First castaway use their tiles to build a house of cards 10 feet tall would win. If after 30 minutes no castaways build the house of cards over 10 feet tall, castaway builds the tallest house of cards within the time limit would win. Deedee is impressing the rest of the team, and so is Tumps for some reason. I guess you're right, he was not idled out. It's time for the vote. Who do you think is likely to get out, BurntToast? Who do you think who's likely to be eliminated here? All right, let's see. First vote, Gotcha Isaiah. Second vote, Cass. Third vote, Tumst. It's all down to the final vote. The final vote. 15th person voted out in 7th member of the jury, Cass. The tribe has spoken. You have been eliminated. It was really all. It wasn't even up to deedee since they voted the person who. Since they didn't vote either of these 2. Dang. It's the finale. They will be decided from the 7 jurors that made it to the jury. Congratulations, you guys, for not getting eliminated too early. So, if you were really in control here, who would you want to win? Well, let's see if you actually vote for him. Finalists wait for the winner to be revealed. Deedee, Tumts, Gotcha Isaiah, Deedee, Tumts, Tumts, Tumts. So Tumps is the winner in a 4-2-1 vote. Congratulations! Also, props to Deedee and Gotcha Isaiah for making it to the finale. Looks like you did end up voting for Tumps anyways. Who was the one Gotcha Isaiah, though? Of course it was you. Jeff Tybau wins the Fan Favorite Award. I kind of felt like this was coming. Tumps, congratulations on winning. So remember, credits to everybody who competed. ScampFan127, 18th place. Pre-Juror, 5-4 vote. Krisy, 5-3 vote. Jojo Rabbit, 5-4 vote. Myself, 5-2 vote. KDE Fan 728, 6-1 vote. The commenter in a 4-2 vote. John Broadhurst in a 3-2 vote. Abishan Krishanthan in a 3-2 vote. Nine Tails in a 4-1 vote. Nick Rick Games in a 7-2 vote. BurntToast in a 6-2 vote. Frank Gatti in a 5-1 vote. Jeff Tybau in a 4-2 vote. rdoti in a 4-1 vote. Cass in a 2-1 vote. Gotcha Isaiah with 1 vote to win. Deedee with 2 votes to win. And Tumps with 4 votes to win. Yes, you did. So did Scamp Fan, Krisy, Jojo, KDE, John, Abishan, Nine Tails, Nick Rig Games, and Gotcha Isaiah. They stayed on with you the whole game, and you two did not like each other. Proceed. Challenge wins. rdoti and Deedee actually had 3 each. Gotcha Isaiah got 2. Abishan Krishanthan got 1. Jeff Tybau got 1. And John Broadhurst got 1. Immunity wins. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing as this one, so I'm not going to repeat it again. Votes received. Nick Games received the most votes total at 11. Frank Gotti got 10. rdoti got 10 as well. BurntToast got 8. Gotcha Isaiah got 7. So did Jeff Tybau. KD Fan 728 got 6. Jojo Rabbit, Scamp Fan 127, Wolf Boys 2 Cass, Krisy all got 5. Nine Tails in the commentary got 4. Abishan Krishanthan got 3. So John Broadhurst and Deedee. And Tumps got the only 1 elimination vote against them. At only 1. According to this, the most strategic are Gotcha Isaiah, rdoti, and Tumps. Cass found 2 idols, and Tumps found 1. Yeah. All right. So let's go back to the start. So who do you think deserved to win the game in total from everybody competing? Amazing. Let me do a poll. How do I make a poll? Oh, I put the wrong thing. I've added a poll. You can vote on it. All right. I will return in a few minutes. I'm going to go do something in the meantime. All right. Which seasons are those? Hope they have to have exactly 18 members, otherwise not everyone can be included. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. I have returned. I have replenished my energy via a bottle of water. I must set up this round 2 now. So, yeah, I'll still be back in a few minutes. Hopefully, I don't have to go back to the images to insert them all again. What's it called? Kagayan. Brant Steel. Survivor Simulator. Philippines. Cagayan right here. 6, 12, 18. There is 18 people. Edit cast. Let's see if it lets me insert the same people. Oh my god, I think it does. Let's go! It won't take as long now. Fun facts. Before I started streaming this, I was originally just making it a video and it started an original season until my computer shut down. And I decided streaming it would be easier. I only got about halfway through it, too. I remember no one had found the idol yet from Exile, and Abishan Krishanthan was the first boot, and I was the second. Exit all that out. Link all of this. Oh no. Oh no. It only saved it for the first 6. I actually have to go insert the other 6. It will take longer. Alright. History. I can find that site again. Where is it? Post images. That's what it is. I have the images of all of the things. So krisy was the last one I inserted, which means that Ninetales is next, or is it the other way? I don't know what order these got put in at. I think it's the opposite way. I know I insert you last, and then it's this way. And yeah. First, let me do this. Tumts. The commenter. rdoti. Ninetales. krisy. And I have to go and find the other 12 people. Alright, I'm going to show you the process of me doing this in a second. Got to finish doing this part first. .binary. I have to set everyone's gender as non-binary so I don't misgender anyone. Alright, now I can get all these. So Cass is next. Cass. I saw what you put in there. Jojo Rabbit. Jeff Tybo. What? Called you. Be back in another few minutes. I am back again, which means I can go back to setting it up. Frank Gotti. Also, shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog fan 08. For some reason, the post images site wouldn't allow me to get his profile picture on there, so he couldn't be included. Seven, that's Nickrick Games. You don't even gotta look for that one. Six, that's deedee. Which is not actually their name, because their name actually had two emojis in it, but those weren't allowed. Six more. Scamp fan 127. The first boot of the last round. Hopefully they can do better than first boot this time. Abishan Krishanthan. KDE fans something. I forgot the numbers at the end. BurntToast, can you go back in the stream and tell me what numbers were at the end of KDE fans' name? I want you to go back in the stream and tell me what numbers were at the end of KDE fans' name. What this guy's name was. Josh something. 728, thank you. Also, what was the second part of Josh's name? Of course. Thank you. Josh Broadhurst. Alright, everything's finally set up now. Hopefully. Yes, it is set up. Let's go. Where did everybody go? They all left. Oh, never mind. Someone's back. Alright, close that. Which means I could finally share the screen and do round 2. We have round 2 in Survivor Kagayan. All 18 people are back. And these are not the teams because this is just the order I inserted them in, which would be unfair. Luckily for you, BurntToast, you're not on the same team as Gotcha Isaiah again. I'm pretty sure you're still the one watching, right? So let's shuffle the tribes. These are the new tribes, and the ones we'll be sticking with. So on the Apari tribe, we have Gotcha Isaiah, Jojo Rabbit, Nickrick Games, Tumts, Ninetails, and the commenter. On the Luzon tribe, we have Abishan Krishanthan, BurntToast, Frank Gotti, Jeff Tybout, Josh Broadhurst, rdoti. And on the Solana tribe, we have KDE Fan 728, Scamp Fan 127, Waffle Boys 2, deedee, Cass, and Krisy. Yay, you're still here. And you actually interact with the stuff. Alright, looks like there's a twist already. Each tribe selects a leader based on first impressions alone. Oh, I forgot to update the names. Actually, let me go back. I forgot to update the names. There. Now it's better. Oh. Did it change the teams? I think it changed the teams. Dang. Well, I guess we have new teams now. Each tribe selects leader based on first impressions alone. Apari tribe selects Ninetails, selects me as the leader. Let's go. Each leader must select the weakest player. Oh no, that's gonna put a target on me. Ninetails selects Jojo Rabbit. rdoti selects Abishan Krishanthan, and I pick Scamp Fan 127. as the weakest player. That's probably because they were the first voted out last time. Weakest players will be airlifted back to their camps. They can take a clue to the hidden immunity idol, or they can take an extra bag of rice for their tribe. Jojo Rabbit takes the hidden immunity idol. So does Abishan Krishanthan and Scamp Fan 127. They're all mad. They are all mad that they are considered the weakest player. They are so mad right now. Jojo Rabbit instantly finds the idol. Good for Jojo Rabbit. The other two teams don't have theirs found. We have the immunity challenge. Dragon the Dragon. And Tribesmen pull a cart across man-made and natural obstacles. They are carrying boxes of puzzle pieces in the form of a dragon at 3 different spots. One player climbs up a ladder using a bamboo pole to reach out and release a key. The players must take that key, unlock a chest, and put it in the cart. Once they have all the chests together, they must dismantle the cart and take all the chests out to stuff them through a barricade in the course. They must then climb up over the wall, reassemble the cart on the other side, and then make it through a bunch of natural obstacles to make it to the end. Using the pieces of the boxes, they must then solve a puzzle. First 2 tribes to finish their puzzles win immunity. Luzon tribe wins immunity and a fire-making kit, and a party tribe wins immunity and some flint. Luckily for you, BurntToast, you're in one of those 2 teams and are still in the game. Ninetails and Tumts have a small fight. Tumts is also injured. Did Ninetails attack him? Luckily, they are treated and can stay in the game and are not going to be the first boot from winner. Wait, they won last round, right? I forgot who won. Abishan Krishanthan and Jeff Tybelt find something in common. Cass and KDE Fan 728 have a minor disagreement. It's time for the first Tribal Council. I better not be the first boot, and I hope Scamp Fan is not the first boot either. I want them to get further. First vote, deedee. Second vote, Scamp Fan 127. Third vote, deedee. Fourth vote, deedee. Fifth vote, deedee. And first person eliminated, deedee. deedee got all the votes except for their own. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tumts did win because deedee and Gotcha Isaiah were the other people in the final 3. Oh, so deedee was the winner? Oh, I get what you're saying. deedee was the runner-up, and they're now the first boot. Luckily, I did not get eliminated, and Scamp Fan did not get first boot twice in a row. First impressions for each team and who's more likely to win? I feel like Jojo Rabbit might do good because they found the idol. I'm gonna say Abishan Krishanthan is gonna do good on this team, and I think Krisy will do good on this team. No alliances have been formed at all yet. Where are the reward challenges? The tribes would race out to the ocean and climb over and into a bamboo cage. The tribe would then have to untie a door on the cage and drag a fish traps through the door and back to the beach. Once back to the beach, they must retrieve puzzle pieces inside the fish trap. After that, one member from each tribe must assemble a rotating puzzle. The first 2 tribes to finish would win immunity. The 5th place tribe would receive spices. Solana tribe wins immunity, fishing kit, and spices. Let's go. And a party tribe wins immunity and a smaller fishing set, which means you're in danger. Jojo Rabbit and Tumps bond. The commenter rests at camp. Nicker Games is medically evacuated from the game due to an injury. What the? When were there injuries? And both the injuries have been from the same team, and one of them fatal, potentially. RDOTI has a major meltdown. KDE fan 728 and me bond slightly. Me and Cass have a fight. And me and Scamp has a major fight. Oh god, that's not good. I'm in danger. Nicker Games is no longer in the game due to being medically evacuated. So the tribal council has been cancelled. Dang. I feel bad for him. He probably would have done very good. I think he's pretty good. And then he died. Luzon tribe, aka your tribe, would have lost a player. It could have potentially been you, but the Nicker Games unfortunately passed away. Oh, our DOTI has found Luzon tribe's hidden immunity idol. Solana's idol has still not been found yet, and there's still no alliances. Mazed and confused. One player retrieves water with a bucket and tossed to another player until another bucket in a teeter-totter. Once that bucket is full, it will release a ball. Two players should put the ball in the center of a spinning vertical maze and use two ropes to spin the maze until the ball is out. First two tribes to finish winning immunity and reward. Sienna tribe wins immunity, and we also win comfort and shelter in the form of tarp, blankets, pillows, mosquito net, and hammock. Thank God for the mosquito net. We aren't going to get bit anymore. The Pride tribe wins immunity. They also win shelter in the form of a tarp, which means you're also in danger again unless someone else dies. Gotcha Isaiah and Tumts find something in common. BurntToast and Frank Gatti have a major fight. That's not good for either of you. Abishan Krishanthan and John Broadhurst also have a fight. So 4 people on this tribe are all fighting. That's great. You might be safe after all. 3 other people are also fighting. Looks like Krisy, who I guess would do good in this season, has found the immunity idol for the 3rd tribe. And the one I'm on, so I can't find it. It's time for you guys' first vote. Overdue by 1 challenge. The first vote, Frank Gatti. Second vote, BurntToast. Third vote, BurntToast. Fourth vote, BurntToast. Fifth vote, Gatti. Frank. Sixth vote, Frank Gatti. It's a tie. There's a tie and a revote. Those in the tie will not revote unless no one received votes on the original vote. First vote, Frank Gatti. Second vote, Frank Gatti. The second person out, Frank Gatti. Everybody changed their mind. Literally everybody who voted for you decided, you know what? We're not going to vote you out. Ooh, Abishan Krishanthan voted for you originally. So did Jeff Tybout. They're just like, nah, we're going to vote this guy out instead. Now every tribe has lost 1 member. All of the advantages have been found, and there's still no alliances at all. Finally, a reward challenge. Holland Oats. 1 member of each tribe would act as a caller, while 2 other blindfolded tribe members would navigate the course to retrieve 5 items and a flag, eventually working with a 3rd blindfolded tribe mate to hoist the items up to the caller's platform. The first 2 tribes to get all its items in the top of the platform wins. Luzon tribe wins a reward. They win chickens and a rooster. Not the chickens! BurntToast knows what I mean. He knows what I mean. A party tribe wins the award. Luckily, they only win 12 eggs, so I like this team better now, and I don't like this team anymore because they're killing chickens. They didn't do anything to you guys. Octopus Garden. 1 member from each tribe at a time will dive to a buoy in the water. They will dive down to a series of buoys submerged at different levels. The first buoy would be 1 meter underwater, the second 2, and so on. Once all the buoys have been brought back to the platform, they will shoot the buoys into a basket out in the ocean. The first 2 tribes to get all the buoys into the basket wins immunity. Apari tribe wins immunity, and Solana tribe wins immunity. Guess who's in danger again? Gotcha Isaiah and Tumps bond more. The commentator is impressing the rest of the team, which gets Gotcha Isaiah and Tumps to form an alliance with him. And then Gotcha Isaiah also rests at camp to restore their energy. Meanwhile, Jeff Taiba has a major meltdown. And no event secure on my tribe. It's time for the second tribal council. Yeah, you're most likely gone. Abishan Krishanthan. John Broadhurst. I don't think you're gone anymore. John Broadhurst. Abishan Krishanthan. 1 vote less in the final vote. Abishan Krishanthan, no! Why did you vote him out? Unless you didn't. You might have voted for John. No, you voted for Abishan Krishanthan. I like saying his name. I don't want. He keeps getting out early. Reminder that your team would have lost a third challenge if Nick Rick Games wasn't killed. You would most likely not be here if that happened. The twist? All 3 tribes arrive. The tribe with the fewest remaining members will be dissolved. Because they're down to just 4 members, Luzon tribe will be dissolved. I know, that's sad. He probably would have made it to, like, the finale or something. Alright, your tribe's being dissolved and are randomly being distributed between our 2 tribes. Maybe we'll be on the same tribe. Nope. Oh, they could have just said it was a team swap. Like, seriously? It's literally a entire team swap. What do they mean randomly distributed? It's literally a team swap. Like, I was not on this team. Alright, looks like we're still not on the same team anymore. Look who you're on a team with again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And it looks like they have an alliance member, too. Looks like this is becoming deja vu. Maybe Cass will find an idol again. This tribe has 2 idols on it. Still. The commenter lost their alliance members. Gotcha Isaiah and Tumps are still in an alliance. My hand is falling asleep. Hold up, I got a message on my phone. Just a scammer. Kicking and screaming. One review. It's basically that challenge we did in the first season, but it's here as well. Of course, it's the dangerous one. Solana tribe wins reward. They win coffee and pastries. Gate Crasher. Each tribe uses a puzzle log to break through 2 sets of gates. Then they must turn, pull, and push the puzzle log to navigate a maze that is worked into the surface of the log. Once the log is cleared from the maze station, the first tribe to hit a gong at the end of the course wins immunity. And your tribe also wins immunity too. rdoti and the commenter find something in common. The commenter and me have a minor disagreement, and the second alliance of this team forms with rdoti and the commenter, which puts me at risk. Yay! Job Broadhurst and Ninetails bond strongly. The commenter leaves the alliance due to being on the opposing team. And Jojo Rabbit joins Gotcha Isaiah and Tumps' alliance. Yeah, I'm definitely eliminated here. There is no way I'm surviving this elimination. No way. RDOTI uses the immunity idol, but he didn't have any votes anyway, so he wasted it like Cass did. Jeff Tybout, Krisy, Jeff Tybout, Krisy, Jeff Tybout, Krisy almost walked out without using their idol. That was close, but Jeff Tybout has been eliminated. My hand is still asleep. Wake up. Waking up hand. Come on. My hand won't wake up. Help. Right, there we go. It's waking up again. One alliance on this tribe. Then there's one bigger alliance on your own tribe. Luckily, there isn't even a challenge description on this one. It just says your team wins immunity. Well, that's good, I guess. Where's the challenge? The challenge was just, Jeff says, alright, one of you two will get immunity at random. It's you guys. Congrats. Proceed. KDE fan 728 and Krisy have a major fight, and so do me and Scamp fan 127. And KDE fan 728 joins RDOTI and the Commenters Alliance. Gotcha Isaiah and Cass have a major fight, and which causes Jojo Rabbit to leave the alliance after just joining it last episode. And the second alliance is formed with you in it, with John Broadhurst and Ninetails. Unfortunately, John Broadhurst is killed and removed from the game due to an injury for the second time this season. Josh Broadhurst is no longer in game. The tribal council has been canceled. 2 people medically evacuated. Nickery Games and John Broadhurst. Rest in peace to them. Alright, time for the next 3-person alliance and 2 alliances with 2 people. Idle hands, facing off one against one in a fenced-off circle. A castaway from each tribe would hold a wooden idol on top of a platform that they would hold in one hand. They would use the other free hand to attempt to knock their opponent's idol off the platform. The castaway whose idol hit the ground last would score 1 point from their tribe. The first tribe to get 4 points wins. Solana tribe wins the reward. They win a raid of the other tribe's camp. What, do they just get to walk in and then just steal everything? Oh, I forgot to end the poll. Stikes. Or no, that's sticks, I think. Tribes had to place poles of varying lengths into their holders to form a staircase and then run up it. They would then make their way through a multi-story wooden maze. Once every tribe member had made it through the maze, one tribe member would retrieve a key and use it to unlock a box of puzzle pieces. 2 other tribe members then had to use the puzzle pieces to solve a puzzle, which displayed 3 numbers. They had to use these 3 numbers to solve a code. First tribe to solve their code and raise their flag won, and the Solana tribe wins immunity for the 3rd time so far. KDE fan and Krisy find something in common. KDE fan 728 leaves the alliance and forms another one with Krisy and me. Let's go. I might just survive. BurntToast, you're impressing your team. Gotcha Isaiah and Cass have a disagreement. And your alliance with Ninetails dissolves. You're alone again. No allies. However, you didn't lose, luckily. It's time to vote. Krisy uses the immunity idol on themselves. Krisy does not count. Krisy does not count. Krisy does not count. RDOTI and RDOTI. That's enough to get them eliminated. Let's go. And they even misused their idol literally on like a few eliminations ago. If they didn't do that, they might have been able to survive this one. The merge. Congratulations to the final 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for making it to the merge. feel like this is pretty early for a merge, but okay. The commenter and cast were the only people who stayed on the same teams after the team swap. There is a hidden immunity idol now in the camp. Wait, super idol? Wait, there's a normal idol and a super idol? That's cool. We have 2 alliances that are still in the game. No, they weren't. It was Scamp Fan 127. Proceed. Bermuda triangles. Yelp. Castaways would stand on a slanted slats of a podium over water. At regular intervals, they would move up to a higher sets of slats, making it harder to balance. After 30 minutes, the castaways would move to the top of the podium, where the last person is left standing wins immunity, which just so happens to be Ninetails. Cass finds the hidden immunity idol. Deja vu. They better not waste it this time. I mean, they wasted one and then used another one when they didn't need to. So they technically wasted 2 last game. Scamp Fan 127 and me are still having fights. Burst Tote, and of course you and them bond. Krisy leaves the alliance. Cass is injured, but luckily didn't get killed and can stay in the game. I swear to God, if we get a 3rd medevac. It's time to vote. No one stands up to use anything. First vote, Waffle Boys 2. No, I'm eliminated! Waffle Boys 2, Scamp Fan 127. Scamp Fan 127. Waffle Boys 2. Scamp Fan 127. Waffle Boys 2. Waffle Boys 2. First person voted out at merge. Luckily, I did make jury this time, but Waffle Boys 2. I went from 5th person voted out to 6th person voted out. Thanks. Who did not vote for me here? How dare you vote me out? Why did you vote for me, Toast? Cass and KDE didn't vote for me. Thank you. Final 10. Oh my God, BurntToast, you found the super idol. You found it. So now you, Jojo Rabbit, and Cass all have idols. Gotcha, Isaiah, and Tumts still have their alliance and has the only alliance now. Rise and Shrine. The castaways were divided into 2 teams. Teams would have to go through a series of obstacles to retrieve a wooden chest. After hauling it up a tall slope, they must then assemble a 10-piece puzzle. First team to solve the puzzle and place the topper in the chest on top wins reward. Oh, come on, move. Group 1 consists of Jojo Rabbit, Cass, Kitty, Fan 728, Krisy, and Ninetails. Group 2 consists of BurntToast, Gotcha, Scamp Fan 127, the Commenter, and Tumts. Group 2 wins their award. They win a meal from Outback Steakhouse. Keep on your toes. Castaways would each stand on a small wooden perch and a rectangular frame adjusted to their height. They would brace a wooden block on their head and keep it in place using the wooden board above them. Structure would force the contestants to stand on their toes slightly, increasing the difficulty. If they fall off the frame, drop their block, or touch either the structure or their block, they will be out of the challenge. Last person left standing wins, and Cass wins immunity. I'm surprised you didn't react to finding the super toast. Jojo Rabbit has a major meltdown, and the second alliance is formed for the merge with Jojo Rabbit, KDE Fan 728, Scamp Fan 127, and the commenter. Alright. Proceed. Time for the second vote of the merge. No one uses anything. Gotcha, Isaiah. Ninetails. 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 Gotcha Isaiah, Gotcha Isaiah, Gotcha Isaiah, Nine Tails and Gotcha Isaiah, which means it's a 5-5 tie. So it's time for a revote. Gotcha Isaiah, Gotcha Isaiah, Gotcha Isaiah, Gotcha Isaiah, Nine Tails, Nine Tails, Nine Tails, and the final vote, Gotcha Isaiah. They have been eliminated from third to I don't know. I don't know how to count. I'm surprised you didn't originally vote for them. Proceed. Final 9. Super Tramp. Castaways will be divided into 3 teams. One member of each team must throw a rope with a hook and a box with sandbags at the top of the platform to pull the hook to drop 20 sandbags. Then another team member must toss the sandbags to another who must throw them in a net tube. When all the sandbags are inside the net tube, all the members of the team must maneuver the sandbags through the tube. Then one member must toss the sandbags into a trampoline to reach 5 net baskets. The first team to pull 1 sandbag on each basket wins. I would not understand that challenge at all if I did it. Group 1 consists of BurntToast, Jojo Rabbit, and Krisy. Group 2 has Kaz, KDE Fan 728, and the Commenter. Group 3 has Nine Tails, Scamp Fan 127, and tumts. And Group 3 wins reward. They want a trip to a spa with lunch. Living Color. Jeff will reveal a cycle of color tiles to the castaways. Once the cycle is complete, the castaways would recite the pattern block by placing colored tiles in a chute. If they are incorrect, they will be eliminated. Last castaway standing wins immunity, and that's Tumts, which is also ironic since he's the only one who usually votes in the color series, and he won the challenge called Living Color. BurntToast and KDE Fan 728 have a disagreement. Scamp Fan 127 leaves the alliance, but however, a bigger alliance gets formed with BurntToast, Jojo Rabbit, KDE Fan 728, Krisy, Scamp Fan 127, and the commenter. Jojo Rabbit is injured, but luckily he does not die and can stay in the game. Imagine if everybody who got injured in this game got medically evacuated too. We wouldn't have Tumst here. We wouldn't have Jojo Rabbit here. And I think there would be one more person here too. Who were they? I forgot, but there was a third person that got injured too. Yes, I meant that got injured and didn't get removed. Nick got injured and removed. Time for the voting. Cass uses their immunity idol. Let's see if they waste it this time. They didn't. Cass does not count. 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 Nine Tails. Let's see. That was 5 votes against them. How many people are here? 9. They saved themselves. Nine Tails, Nine Tails, Nine Tails, Nine Tails, Nine Tails is eliminated. Cass managed to successfully use an idol for once and is still in the game. Final 8. Which means the hidden immunity idol is now hidden again. There's 2 alliances, but you're only in one of them. Another one consisting of groups. They really didn't want to abandon the teams on this one. Rove, rove, rove your boats. The teams must go out in a boat and retrieve paddles with letters on them. The first team to come back with all the paddles and use them to figure a common survivor flame phrase worth playing for wins reward. Group 1 consists of Jojo, Roger, KDE, Fan 728, Krisy, and Tumts. Group 2 consists of BurntToast, Kaz, Scamp, Fan 127, and the commenter. Group 2 wins the rewards, win a trip to Kaleo Cave, a barbecue lunch, and letters from home. Hard to handle. Castaways must stand on a narrow beam while balancing a ball on a stick with one hand. At predetermined intervals, they will move further down the narrower part of the beam while moving their hand on a lower part of the handle of their stick, making it harder to keep steady. If they drop their ball or fall off the beam, they will be out of the challenge. The last person standing wins. And Tumps wins again. Good job. KDE fan 728 finds the hidden immunity idol, which means BurntToast, Jojo Rabbit, and KDE fan 728 all have idols, while BurntToast has the super. BurntToast and Tumps find something in common. The big alliance dissolves, and another big alliance is formed with Jojo Rabbit, Cass, KDE fan 728, the commenter, and Tumps. And the commenter works hard at camp and becomes tired. Let's see what happens. It's time to vote. No one uses an idol. Krisy, Scamp fan 127, Scamp fan 127, Scamp fan 127, Krisy, Scamp fan 127, Scamp fan 127, which means they're eliminated. This is definitely improvement from first boot to 8th place. That's a very good improvement. Probably the most improved overall. No, Krisy will probably end up getting that. They were the second boot last time. As long as they don't get eliminated next, they'll beat Scamp Fan with best improved. Final 7. Survivor auction. The castaways were given $500 to bid on items, including food and idol clues. Pooling or sharing money was not permitted, and the auction would end without notice. BurntToast wins popcorn candy and a glass of soft drink. Cass wins a covered item, quesadillas, guacamole, salsa, and a cold margarita. Tumps win a choice of 2 covered items, a steak sandwich and iced tea, or a bowl of rice and a glass of water. They chose the steak sandwich and iced tea. KDE fan 723 wins a covered item, a bowl of rice and a glass of water. The commenter wins 3 succulent barbecue ribs and a bottle of cold beer. KDE fan 728 wins an advantage in the game, a clue to a hidden immunity idol, but they just found the idol, so is the clue even going to do anything? Inside track. Castaways had to dig in a circle of sand until they found a rope, which ran underground and was tied to 5 bags. Once the castaways pulled all 5 bags up and out of the ground, they had to untie the bags, each releasing 1 ball. They would then have to maneuver the balls one at a time down a small maze and navigate them into 5 holes. The first castaway to land all 5 balls wins immunity. And would you look at that, Tumps wins immunity again. Yeah, there is no hidden idol, so that thing was useless. I think that's 3 or 4. I wasn't keeping track. Tumps might just win the season again. Jojo Rabbit and Krisy bond. KDE fan 728 leaves the alliance. Is anybody going to use an idol? Nope. BurntToast. Krisy. BurntToast. Krisy. Oh, so it looks like they're tied with Scamp Fan for most improved. You were almost eliminated, BurntToast. It was down to you and the other cat. Final 6. This is definitely an improvement. Oh, great. All right, what do you think the chances are that Tumps wins the next immunity challenge? Well, let's see. Challenge pitch. Well, first we have the reward challenge. The tribe would be divided into 2 teams of 3. Each team would use sandbags to knock down the other team's wall. Once one tribe hits the other team's wall, both teams would switch positions, and one member will start rebuilding their wall. The first team to finish rebuilding wins reward. Group 1 consists of BurntToast, KDE fan 728 in the commenter. Group 2 consists of Jojo Rabbit, Cass, and Tumps. Group 2 wins reward. They win supplies to school kids, hamburgers, and hot dogs. Oh my god, you were right. Tumps did win immunity again. Combo platter. The castaways must race out to a series of stations with a certain number of objects: buoys, crabs, rocks, fish traps, maxi, and bamboo. In each station, the count of objects must then be used to unlock a combination lock. The first castaway to open the lock and break their tile wins again. And for like the 4th or 5th time in a row, Tumts has 1 immunity. Alright. The 5th alliance forms. It's with Cass and Tumts. I don't even know how this is going to play out. No one stands up. Burnt Toast, KDE Fan 728, KDE Fan 728, KDE Fan 728, and KDE Fan 728 is eliminated. They should have used their idol. That means they wasted it by not using it. And they have been eliminated. Final 5. I wonder if Tumst will win immunity again. Oh, looks like it didn't go back to being hidden. Wait, hold up. If I can't go back, I might break it. Mud run. Castaways must dive into a mud pit and cover their body with as much mud as they can, then race back and scrape it off into a bucket. They cannot carry mud in their arms or in their hands, only their body. After 10 minutes, the buckets are then weighed, and the castaway with the heaviest bucket wins. Burnt Toast wins their award, and they share it with Tumps. They win a pizza delivered at camp. This is brothership right here. They get to eat pizza together. Oh my god, Toast, Tumps didn't actually win immunity. You won it! Jacob's ladder. The castaways move some pieces around a maze table to unravel ropes and release a key. Then they have to use the key to open a chest with ladder rungs and use the rungs to build a ladder. Afterwards, they have to build a staircase with planks that fit only in certain spots. After building the staircase, they must climb to the last stage where they have to solve a sliding puzzle. The first person to finish the puzzle wins, and Burnt Toast wins immunity. Good job. Unfortunately, this means you cannot use your advantage, and it was wasted. Tom. Who's Tom? Who's Tom? Who is Tom? Oh. Jojo Rabbit uses their immunity. First vote, Jojo Rabbit. The commenter, Tumps, Cass, and 1 vote left. The commenter is eliminated. I mean, you could have used it to save the commenter, which would have eliminated either Tumps or Cass, and you could have still used it, but you decided not to, I guess. That because, like, have you even interacted with the commenter once? Yeah, you even voted for him out anyways. Final 4. Tumps, they might make final 3 again, assuming they aren't eliminated right now. There's no secret advantages left. There's 2 alliances. You're not in either of them, and one of them has everybody but you. Yeah, you're cooked unless you win immunity. Vertigo. The castaways start on a tall perch where they have to gather water bucket with the bucket on a long rope. Then the water must be poured into a chute, which causes a pull with a key at the top to rise. Once the castaway is able to reach the key, they must head over to shore and work on a block puzzle. The first person to complete the puzzle wins. And Tomst, for the 1,000,000th time, wins immunity. It's time to vote. Yeah, you're definitely out. Yeah, Burnt Toast, Cass, Burnt Toast, Burnt Toast, you're eliminated. Bye bye. Everybody else voted for you. Solarion Tribe, final 3. Come on, proceed. No secret advantages. Yeah, Jojo Rabbit, you better win this immunity or you're eliminated. roundabout. The final three have to race out into a maze with turnstiles, most of which move freely, while some cannot move, blocking the path, where they have to collect 4 medallions. Once they have all 4 medallions, they then have to use them to open a chest, which are puzzle pieces in the form of wooden cogs. Once the puzzle is put together, they then have to turn the cog, raising a flag. First player to raise the flag wins immunity, and Cass wins this immunity. No secret advantages. Time to vote. 14th person eliminated, Jojo Rabbit. Which means Tumps makes it to the finale again. The finalists face the jurors, which I am part of. I wonder who will win. Cass, Tumps, 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 Cass, Cass, and Tumps. Tumps wins again. He won both of the things. Yeah, Jojo Rabbit definitely was best improved. Tumps is the winner. Again, did you vote for him too? No, you actually didn't. You voted for Cass. That's smart. I should have voted for Cass too, but I can't control it. Cass, of course, wins the fan favorite award. Tumps has won twice. Tumps winner with 6 votes. Cass second place with 3 votes. Jojo Rabbit eliminated with 1 vote. BurntToast eliminated in a 3-1. The commenter eliminated in a 2-1 to 1-1. KDE fan 728 eliminated in a 5-1. Krisy eliminated in a 5-2. Scamp fan 127 eliminated in a 6-2. Ninetales eliminated in a 5-4, where he would have survived if an idol was not played. Gotcha Isaiah eliminated in a 5-5 tie, 5-3 revote. Myself eliminated in an 8-3 vote. RDOTI eliminated in a 3-3 tie, but the other person used an idol. John Broadhurst medically evacuated. Jeff timeout and eliminated in a 4-3 vote. Abishan Krishanthan eliminated in a 3-2 vote. Frank Gatti eliminated in a 3-3 tie and a 4-0 revote. Nickrick Games Manafact deedee eliminated in 5-1 vote, last place. More statistics. Tumps won the most challenges, winning 8 challenges in total. BurntToast and Cass won 4. Scamp Fan 127 won 3. Ninetales and the Commenter won 2. Gotcha Isaiah and Jojo Rabbit won 1. Krisy received the most votes at 13. Ninetales got 12. Gotcha Isaiah and Scamp Fan got 10. Toast got 9. I got 8. Frank and Cass got 7. KDE and deedee got 5. Jeff got 4. Abishan, Krishanthan, and RDOTI got 3. Jojo Rabbit and Josh and the commenter all got 2. Tumps got 1 vote, and Nickrick Games didn't get any votes because they were second eliminated and got medevac. The most strategic was Cass Thompson. You actually were the third most strategic. Good job, Toast. Idols found. 6 different people all found 1 idol. All right, so from between Cass and Tumps, who do you think deserved to win out of those two? And who do you think deserved to win out of everybody? Dang. Can't believe he won twice. I mean, they were in an alliance with everybody else but you. So why wouldn't they vote you out? That wouldn't make sense. Best Improved Award definitely goes to Jojo Rabbit from third boot to third place overall. He gets Best Improved. Of course, everybody here at least did stuff. Are there any other? No, I don't feel like doing a third one. I mean, I guess I did promise that I'd do one. All right, let me put another poll up. There's no votes on the poll. Well, time to go through another hour of this, I guess. Hopefully, this one doesn't require as much setup. All right, Burnt Toast. You actually picked a good season, except that everybody was blind at Tumts being a villain or whatever. What's another good 18-player season we can do? Wait, why is this still pinned? Koa wrong. All right, let me search that one. Koa wrong. Where is it? Da-da, 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 da-da. This one. Oh no, it's people. I have no idea who they are. Which one? Pick one of the two. Which one? The second or first? All right, yeah, we're definitely doing South Pacific. There needs to be a chance for them to return so we can actually get some plays. I guess it was right after Redemption Island became a thing. 5, 10, yeah, 18, two teams again. Edit cast. Hopefully, it allows me to insert all their names. Oh no. I actually have to go find all the other 9. Alright, let's go. Intermission part 2. I almost clicked in stream. That would be bad. In poll. What was that message that you sent but then deleted? You gotta set up everything else. Tumps. The commenter, rdoti, Nine Tails, Krisy, Cass, Jojo Rabbit, Jeff Tybout, dang, you're really flaming Cass here. Imagine if Tumts wins this season as well. Somehow manages to win all three. Alright, I gotta find the post images again. Control H. Alright, when was it? So, last part I did was Jeff Tybout, which means Frank Gotti is next. No, get back over here. Well, it is also partially... Why did you retract all of them? Well, it is also partially your fault. You could have used the super to save the person who got eliminated in your round, which could have eliminated Tumps. But you decided not to. Seven is Nick. Six is Deedee. Five is Scamp Fan 127. Abishan Krishanthan. I hope he does not be an early boot this time. Three, DDE Fan 728. Two, John Broadhurst. 2 more. Gotcha, Isaiah. And you. Nickname, same as name. Submit. And we are ready. Gotta present the screen again. Close post images. I don't need it anymore. And shuffle the tribes. So these are the tribes for this season. The Upolu, the Upolu, and the Savai. What do you think about your position in this team right here, the Upolu tribe? If you were to swap yourself out with any member on the opposing tribe, which one would it be? All right. Let's start. Proceed. Neither of the idols were found instantly. Thrillology, Coach, and Ozzy. Hold up, is that Ozzy from the group? Would represent their tribes. Like, oh, that's probably the names of the actual people. Oh, well, I'm not going to read that then because it's not true. Those aren't the actual people. Savai tribe wins reward. They win a basket of taro and a piece of flint. What the hell is taro? Coconut conundrum. The tribes would race through an obstacle course of zigzagging pathways through a web of strung out coconuts and over a 10-foot wall. One tribe member would then dig up a machete. They would use the machete to cut 5 ropes, which would release a bin of coconuts. 3 tribe members would then shoot the coconuts through a hoop into a net. When enough coconuts were shot into the net would raise a flag. First tribe to raise the flag would win. This sounds kind of dangerous, specifically the digging up the machete part. What if you dig straight into the blade and cut your hand off? Anyways, Savai tribe also wins immunity. Gotcha Isaiah and Nine Tails have a major fight. Gotcha Isaiah is impressing the rest of the team, and Abishan Krishanthan and Gotcha Isaiah have a major fight. Gotcha Isaiah is fighting with everybody, but is also impressing the team. The commenter is impressing the rest of the team. Nick Rick Games is also impressing the rest of the team. Could this potentially be his season to sign? No one has any eligible items. I sure hope I'm not the first boot. You could also be voted out first, too, but let's see. First vote, John Broadhurst. Deedee. John Broadhurst. John Broadhurst. Deedee. 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 John Broadhurst. First person out, John Broadhurst. Deedee was almost the first boot twice in a row. But they weren't, though. John Broadhurst is out. Looks like we both voted for different people. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Is Tumts gonna win again? Tumts finds the Savai tribe hidden immunity idol. Oh my god, Nickrick Games is definitely, this is his season. He finds the Upolu tribe hidden immunity idol as well. Both idols have been found by tumts and Nickrick Games. Create escape. 4 members of each tribe must race to unwind ribbons from a very tall pole, releasing a set of keys. They will then use those keys to release the other 4 tribe members, who must then solve a Kolotsky puzzle. Once the largest crate is out, all 8 members must then lift their crate onto the finished platform. The first tribe to get their crate on the finished platform wins the reward and immunity. Divide tribe wins immunity again. They also win pillows, blankets, a hammock, and a mat. BurntToast, what are your thoughts on Tumps and Nickrick Games finding idols? Gotcha Isaiah and Scamp Fan 127 find something in common. Abishan Krishanthan has a major meltdown. Abishan Krishanthan and Krisy have a minor disagreement, and the first alliance is formed between Frank Gatti, Gotcha Isaiah, KDE Fan 728, Scamp Fan 127, and Krisy. Frank Gatti is injured but gets cheated and can stay in the game. There better not be no med effects this time. Which one? Which one sucks? Or do both suck? What about Nick? Upolu tribe is found by him. Wolf Boys 2 and the commenter bond strongly. Jojo Rabbit and Wolf Boys 2 find something in common. I wonder why I'm bonding with both of these people. Nickrick Games is also impressing the rest of the team. He was also doing that in the first season, too. I think he just got unlucky both seasons. The first season, I think he got targeted by the Alliance. The second season, he got medevac. This season might be his time to shine. And the first alliance is formed, of course, it's without me. I think it's with literally everyone but me. That's great. Oh no, there's 2 people that aren't in it. No one stands. Jojo Rabbit, Jojo Rabbit, Jojo Rabbit, Waffle Boys 2, Waffle Boys 2, Waffle Boys 2, Jojo Rabbit, Waffle Boys 2. It's a tie between me and Jojo Rabbit. It's a revote time. Jojo Rabbit, Jojo Rabbit, Jojo Rabbit, and Jojo Rabbit. He got all the votes. Literally everyone decided to not vote for me. That's cool. Yep, cool. Thank you for not voting for me this time, BurntToast. Alliances. Alliances. Jojo Rabbit arrives on Redemption Island. There are currently 2 castaways on it. Oh, so this is the Redemption Island thing. You must advance in a competition to remain in the game. Wait, what? Overextended. Competitors will each place a wooden totem on top of a pole. At regular intervals, they will add another section of the pole, making it more unstable. If the totem falls off, they are out of the duel and will be out of the game for good. Jojo Rabbit finishes first, and John Burford fails to complete the challenge on time. They are eliminated. So what I'm getting is every 2 eliminations, the 2 people will compete, and once it's time for a rejoin, the people who won their duels get to compete for a chance back in the game. Is that correct? Well, Joe Broadhurst doesn't have a chance to join anymore. Hitching a ride. 1 person from each tribe will race across a floating bridge carrying a bodyboard attached to a long rope. Once they reach the platform, they'll grab the bag and hang on as the rest of the tribe cranks a giant winch, pulling them back to shore. Once they have all 5 bags, the remaining tribe members will use the grappling hooks to retrieve them. Inside the bag are puzzle banners. They must roll the banners down the face of a wall and arrange them to form their tribe flag. First tribe to get it right wins immunity and reward. For once, the Upolu tribe wins something, and it's immunity, and also Georgia Chocolate Coffee Tea Milk and Cookies. Damn. Poor John. Tumts and Krisy have a minor disagreement. Tumts has a major meltdown, and KDE fan 728 leaves the alliance and also rests at camp to restore their energy. I feel like KDE has left like so many alliances for no reason at all. Oh, right, I forgot. BurntToast and Nickra Games have a small fight. I bet you don't like that he has the idol anymore, do you? BurntToast and Cass have a major fight. Yeah, probably you're probably like uh interacted with them about how they lost the million last season, and then they were mad at you for telling the truth. This causes Cass to leave the alliance, and the second one forms between rdoti, deedee, and the commenter. It's time for this tribe's first vote off. Jeff Tybout, Tumst. Jeff Tybout, Tumst. Is Tumst gonna finally get eliminated? Jeff Tybout, Tumst. Jeff Tybout, and Jeff Tybout, never mind. Tumst still survives. Let's see who's smart and actually voted for Tumst for once. KDE fan 728 and Ninetales are actually smart. They voted for Tumst, who's likely to be a challenge beast again. Unfortunately, he's still here, though. Jeff Tybout arrives on Redemption Island. Oh, this is extremely unfair to the earlier people voted out. They have to fight so many one-on-ones. Competitors will toss sandbags attempting to land the bags on top of crates. First person to get one bag on each of the 10 crates wins. Jojo Rabbit still gets first. So, I mean, they still or might not be eliminated. He could come back. Shoulder the load. 2 men and 1 woman. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know these guys' genders. So I'm not going to read that one. Upolu tribe wins immunity. No! Not the chickens! No! I would have rather our team was. No! That was a terrible challenge. I don't like this episode. Abishan Krishanthan and Frank Gatti bond slightly. Abishan Krishanthan has a major meltdown. Abishan Krishanthan almost quits the game as a result, but they decide to stay. I would have been so mad if they quit the game. Krisy also leaves their alliance. Waffle Boys 2 and deedee find something in common. Alright, Savai's tribe's second vote. Abishan Krishanthan, Ninetales, 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 Abishan Krishanthan, Ninetales, and Ninetales is out. Dang, Jeff just fell every elimination. Wait, but he was third eliminated. So does the boot order not matter? It just depends on Redemption Island. Ninetales is eliminated. Oh, never mind then. The tribes are actually tied up again. Ninetales arrives at Redemption Island. He must compete against Jojo Rabbit. Samotion. The Castaways will drop a ball into a metal chute. Oh, I'll be right back in a minute, guys. I am back again. Well, this is gonna be the last one. I'm not doing a fourth one. Maybe another day, but definitely not today. Anyways, Ninetales beats Jojo Rabbit, and Jojo Rabbit's finally out. Pig out. Using only their mouths, the castaways would rip pieces of meat off a large pork roast and put it into a basket. Tribe with the most meat in the basket after 10 minutes would win. Upolu tribe wins immunity. They also wins vegetable, spices, bread, and the meat that they collected. That's extremely unsanitary. I don't like this challenge. Like, at least give each person their own meat. And then they weigh the tribes together. But, yeah, our tribe wins. Scamp Fan 127 and Krisy find something in common, and the third alliance of this team forms between Abishan Krishanthan, Frank Gatti, Gotcha Isaiah, KDE Fan 728, Scamp Fan 127. Yeah, these five. Secret advantages. Yeah, we already know that. BurntToast is impressing the rest of the team. BurntToast and Waffle Boys 2 have a minor disagreement. We're fighting. Tumts uses the immunity idol. Tumts does not count. 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 Looks like the team was smart enough to vote them off this time. However, Krisy is eliminated due to Tumts using the idol. Bye-bye, Krisy. Who was the KDE Fan was the only other person to not vote for Tumps. All right, let's proceed. Proceed. Redemption Island. Krisy arrives on Redemption Island. Lost in the shuffle. The castaways will play a variation of shuffleboard. The castaways will start the game with 4 pucks apiece on the board and would slide another puck to knock their opponent's pucks off the board. The last castaway to have a puck on the board would win. Krisy finishes first, which means Ninetales is knocked out. Losing face. 3 castaways from each tribe would assemble a wheelbarrow and then push the wheelbarrow around a series of obstacles. Along the way, they would stop at 2 stations and collect a load of coconuts. At the end of the obstacle course, the 3 tribe members would dump out the coconuts into a box. The 3 other castaways would then disassemble the wheelbarrow and reassemble it into a slingshot. They would use the coconuts as ammunition for the slingshot to knock down 6 targets. The first tribe to knock all 6 off their target down would win, and Upolu tribe wins immunity. They also won a trip to the Sliding Rocks, a local tourist spot waterfall where people can slide the rocks into a pool below, and a picnic lunch. Okay, that's cool. Abishan Krishanthan and KDE Fan 728 bond strongly. Frank Gatti has a major meltdown. Gotcha Isaiah and Scamp Fan 127 have a major fight. Meanwhile, on the other tribe, deedee and the commenter have a minor disagreement. BurntToast and Nickrick Games have a small fight. BurntToast and myself have a major fight. And Nickrick Games leaves the alliance. No one has any eligible items. Tumst. Gotcha Isaiah. Tumst. And for the first time in all 3 of the seasons, Tumst is actually voted out. Wow. Took long enough. Now watch him rejoin and then end up winning anyways. Also, Savai tribe is getting very cooked. They only have 5 members left. Tumps arrive at Redemption Island and it was battle against Krisy. Game of bridge. Each player will take apart their crate and use the planks to build a bridge. Once they have completed the bridge, they will take it apart and use some of those planks to solve a puzzle. First person to get it right stays alive on Redemption Island. And luckily, Krisy wins against Tumts, so Tumts does not win. So Tumts cannot win a third season. Family ties. Each tribe has already separated themselves into pairs and decorated themselves to match like twins. One set of twins will be callers, while the other two sets of twins will be blindfolded. Using only verbal commands, the callers will lead the blindfolded twins tethered together by a rope through a series of obstacles to collect bags of mass. Once all 4 bags are collected, one set of twins will empty the bags, and using only their sense of touch will pair up the mass into matching pairs. First tribe to get it right wins. Holy tribe wins immunity. They will also win an advanced screening of the movie Jack and Jill, complete with cinema food. When did Jack and Jill get a movie? Scamp Fan 127 leaves the alliance. That's not good for them. Nicker Games and deedee have a small fight. It's time for their who knows how many numbered tribal council. No one stands up. Abishan Krishanthan, Scamp Fan 127, Scamp Fan 127, and obviously Scamp Fan 127 is out because they left the alliance and got themselves eliminated when they knew everybody was in the freaking alliance. Four versus 7. Let's go to Redemption Island. Scamp Fan 127 arrives on Redemption Island. It will compete against Krisy. Using sticks and rope, the competitors must make a long pole and retrieve 3 keys to unlock padlocks to get out of a wooden cage. Once they have all 3 keys, they must unlock those 3 locks. First person to unlock all 3 locks and come out the cage will re-enter the game. Loser is out of the game for good. Krisy is still on top and advances, and Scamp Fan... Oh no, Krisy is eliminated first, and Scamp Fan is the last remaining, and they will return to the game. They also receive a clue to the immunity idol. They throw the clue into the fire. What the? Scamp Fan, what are you doing? What? I don't even know what's going on. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? Burnt Toast, can you explain to me why they could have possibly decided that was a good idea? Also, merge time. The T-Tuna tribe. Congratulations to these 12. We have 4 different alliances here. Coconut Cradle. The castaways would balance a small perch while holding a coconut between 2 ropes. At regular intervals, the length of the ropes will be increased. Less man and less woman balancing their coconuts would win. Any 2 players can win immunity. Nickery Games and Scamp Fan 127 win immunity. Not currently hidden. Why isn't it hidden? Okay, KDE Fan 728 and Waffle Boys 2 bond slightly. Burnt Toast and Scamp Fan 127 bond strongly. And a bigger one with himself, KDE Fan 728, Nick Rick Games, Waffle Boys 2, and Cass. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot Cass was still here. Time to vote. No one stands up to use anything. deedee, Burnt Toast, Waffle Boys 2, Burnt Toast, Burnt Toast, deedee, Waffle Boys 2, Waffle Boys 2, Waffle Boys 2, Burnt Toast, Waffle Boys 2. One more vote left, and it's for burnt toast. We're tied again. Wait, I don't think this happened before. No, it hasn't. I'm tied again. I was tied with someone else earlier. All right, let's see what the revote is. Burnt toast. Waffle Boys 2. 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 Burnt toast. And I'm eliminated. Great. Happy. Yay. So fun. At least I made it to the merge for once. Yeah, we were both tied again, but we weren't tied with each other. Still 5 different alliances left in the game. And you're not in a oh wait, you are in one of them. Get cracking. The challenge consisted of 2 parts. First, the castaways attempted to land a coconut in a round I don't know. The first 4 to accomplish this would advance to the second stage. You would break open a coconut with a rock, collect the coconut water in their mouth, traverse a vertical obstacle course, and deposit their water into a tube. First contestant to fill their tube would win immunity, and rdoti wins the immunity. KDE fan 728 and Cass bond slightly. Nickrick Games and the commenter find something in common. Burnt Toast and Frank Gotti find something in common. Abishan Krishanthan leaves the alliance. Nickrick Games does not use their idol. Nickrick Games. Scamp fan 127. Scamp fan 127. Nickrick Games. Nickrick Games. Scamp fan 127. Scamp fan 127. Scamp fan 127. The next person eliminated, or should I say eliminated again, is Scamp fan 127. They had 8 votes in total. Final 10. Vote. Okay, that is not a good name. Bo Diddley. Contestants balance on a narrow beam with one foot in front of the other while balancing a ball on a rounded bow. Dropping the ball or falling off the beam eliminated the contestant from the challenge. Last person standing wins. And deedee wins immunity. Burnt Toast and the commenter find something in common. KDE fan 728 and the commenter bond slightly. Burnt Toast and deedee have a minor disagreement. KDE fan 728 leaves the alliance, and Abishan Krishanthan is completely worn out but is not giving up. Will Nickrick Games use his idol? Nope. Burnt Toast. rdoti. Abishan Krishanthan. rdoti. Abishan Krishanthan. Burnt Toast. Abishan Krishanthan. Abishan Krishanthan. The next person voted out, Abishan Krishanthan. He did better this time. Seeds in the tribe. Alright, final 9. Wait, there's more Redemption Island? Cool. Abishan Krishanthan arrives on Redemption Island. Him, ScampFan127, and myself are all on Redemption Island. They must advance in the competition and remain in the game. Keep it up. Each contestant will 2 pulls against a wooden board while standing. If the contestant drop either pulls or moves either pull away from the board, the person is out. I win! So that means Abishan Krishanthan and Scamp Fan 127 are permanently out. I still have a chance to rejoin. I could win still. Price on your hat. Each contestant bounces a bowl of beanbag on their hand. Must fill the bowl with rice and then walk to another bowl, or they fill the bowl with the rice they have carried. The first person to fill that second bowl with rice to completion wins immunity. Oh god, my voice. And Cass wins immunity. BurntToast and deedee have a small fight. Time for the next tribal council. Nickra Games actually uses his idol. Nickra Games does not count. Nickra Games does not count. Nickra Games does not count. RDOTI. Gotcha Isaiah. Gotcha Isaiah. RDOTI. RDOTI. Gotcha Isaiah. Which means it would have been a 3-3 vote if Nickra Games didn't use his idol. And now it's a two-way tie. RDOTI. Gotcha Isaiah. Gotcha Isaiah. RDOTI. Gotcha Isaiah. And Gotcha Isaiah is eliminated. Wow, you originally voted for Nickra Games? That's so rude of you. There will be a second immunity challenge followed by a second vote. Cat. Each contestant has an answer cube, and they must turn the cube to the side which they think has the best answer. If they're correct, they remain in the challenge. If not, they are out of the challenge. The last remaining wins, and BurntToast wins immunity, which is kind of fitting considering the challenge name is Cat. And I'm pretty sure this is a cat. I mean, what else could it be? A giraffe? I don't think so. Frank Gotti, deedee, Nickrick Games, deedee, Nickrick Games. He got robbed. Nickrick Games got robbed this time. If there wasn't a second vote, he probably would have survived. He got absolutely robbed because people are scared he's good at the game because he played an idol. He did not deserve this. Robbed, I say, absolutely robbed. Final 7. And that means the idol is hidden since Nickra Games used theirs. It's only 3 alliances that are left now. Gotcha Isaiah arrives on Redemption Island. Also, Nickra Games does as well. So them two will compete against me. Offer it up. Each player is provided in a one-arm balance adjusted for their height with a small disc at the far end. During the challenge, the host will call out specific dishware that the player may take and stack on the far end of the balance. Should any part of the player's stack fall, the player is out of the challenge. Last person standing wins, sending the other 2 players home. Nickra Games wins, eliminating me and Gotcha Isaiah from returning, I mean. Second chance. Players will stand on their mats and pick up sandbags, throwing them one at a time, landing on the boxes. The first 3 to get a sandbag on each of their 3 boxes move on to the next round. Final 3 moving on to the giant slingshots will be aimed at 3 different targets. First player to knock over their target immunity wins. The commenter wins immunity. They also win a shower and a massage to be waiting back at camp. The commenter shares their award with one other castaway, which is BurntToast. I kind of forgot the commenter was playing. He didn't do anything. Frank Gatti and the commenter have a major fight. RDOTI and the commenter have a major fight. Oh, he is boasting that he won the immunity challenge. I guarantee it. He is gloating to everyone that he won the immunity challenge. BurntToast joins the alliance of Frank Gatti and KDE fans 728. Cass, Frank Gatti, Cass, Frank Gatti, and Cass is eliminated. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. Final 6. KDE fan 728 finds the T-Tuna tribe hidden immunity idol. I'm pretty sure they found an idol at least once in every season. There are currently 3 alliances in total, and you're in 2 of them. Cast Arise on Redemption Island. It's now Thumb versus Nickrick Games. Puppet Master. Each player will toss a grappling hook to retrieve a bag that contains the ball. After the bag is retrieved, they will move immediately onto the table maze, where they must navigate a ball through a labyrinth using handles connected to the table in a puppet-style fashion. Tilting the table, they manipulate the ball into the center. If the ball falls into a hole, the player must start over. First player to get their ball into the net wins the duel. Nickrick Games wins, and Cass fails and is eliminated. For finishing first, Nickrick Games will choose 3 people to temporarily join Redemption Island with their loved ones. They choose the commenter, deedee, and KDE fan 728. Flip out. The survivors are to keep moving across a giant puzzle board. The contestants will take turns flipping over a puzzle piece and stepping on it. Once a piece is turned over, they can never step back onto it. Once a contestant is out and moves, they are out of the challenge. Last person standing wins immunity, and that happens to be KDE fan 728. Frank Gotti and the commenter have a minor disagreement. KDE fan 728 leaves the alliance. Again, why do they always leave the alliances? They always leave the alliances. I swear, like they've left more alliances than they've been in than they stayed in. Oh, but they actually use the idol on deedee, which means deedee is safe. Deedee does not count. Deedee does not count. Frank Gotti, and Frank Gotti, so the idol was wasted. Congratulations! Final 5. 2 different alliances, but all 3 of them are in their own separate alliance with each other and excluding you from it. But you don't know this. Frank Gotti arrives on Redemption Island. Block it out. The castaways would solve a slide puzzle to obtain a hatchet. They would then use the hatchet to cut a rope, which would drop a bag of 4 cubes with colored sides. The castaways would have to stack the cubes, such as there would be no repeating colors on each side. First castaway to properly stack the cubes would win. Nickrick Games wins, which knocks out Frank Gotti. Batman wall. How do they not get copyrighted? The castaways would use a rope to climb a wall to collect 5 bags of puzzle pieces. Once all 5 bags were collected, the 15 puzzle pieces would have to be sorted into matching pairs. 3 of the pieces would be unmatchable. These 3 pieces would reveal a numeric code that would be used to unlock a combination lock on the box at the top of the wall. First castaway to unlock their box would win. Commenter wins immunity. They also win a pizza lunch, and they share it with you. I wonder if people are going to start being mad at the commenter again. RDOTI and the commenter have a small fight. Yeah, I was right. RDOTI leaves the alliance. It's time to vote someone. BurntToast. KDE fan 728. KDE fan 728. And KDE fan 728. They are eliminated. Final 4. How are they going to do a redemption this late? KDE fan 728 arrives on Redemption Island. Compete, and the winner returns to the game this late. Each castaway will hang on to a pole for as long as they can. Last person hanging on their pole rejoins the game and has a shot at the money. Loser will be out of the game and the 7th member of the jury. KDE fan 728 is eliminated first. Nickrick Games is the last one remaining and returns to the game. They receive a clue to the idol, but they throw it in the fire. What do you mean a clue to the idol? It's past Final 5. There is no idol. Never mind, there is one. And you find it. It's also the last round to use it. Yeah. Teeter tower. Each castaway will use one hand to steady a balancing board while simultaneously building a house of cards with the other hand. First person to build a stack of cards high enough to reach the finish mark wins immunity, and the commenter wins immunity. He is becoming Tumts 2.0 with all these immunity wins. The commenter is impressing the rest of the team. BurntToast uses it on himself. Nick Rick Games. There wasn't any votes for him. Nick Rick Games, deedee, rdoti, and Nick Rick Games is out. His whole journey was for nothing. He did do way better this season than he's ever done. It's the same Final Four as it would have been if he didn't rejoin. Lie of the Land. Each castaway must race through a giant flower-shaped obstacle course to collect 5 bags of puzzle pieces. You must then use those puzzle pieces to solve a puzzle. First person to finish their puzzle wins immunity, and it's the commenter again. BurntToast and deedee have a major fight, and deedee has a major meltdown. It's time to vote. Let's see if she'll make it farther than 4th place. deedee, rdoti, it's a tie. rdoti and deedee, it's a tie again. Those tie will compete in a fire-making challenge. Loser will be eliminated from the game, and rdoti loses. Means deedee has made it to the final again. I'm assuming, it's the final. Will they get second twice and then last once, or will they get another spot? Also, you have improved in placement each time. Also, the commenters here, I don't know. He's just been a challenge beast this game. Let's see who wins. The commenter. BurntToast. deedee. BurntToast. The commenter. deedee. BurntToast. deedee. deedee. And the winner is deedee. You got scammed. You got scammed. You should have won. deedee is the winner. Let's see who everyone voted for. I voted for deedee, lol. Oh my god, he wins the fan favorite award. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense that he just wins the fan favorite award. deedee is the winner. deedee, winner, 4 votes to win. BurntToast, 2nd place, 3 votes to win. The commenter, 3rd place, 2 votes to win. rdoti, 4th place, 2-2 tie, 1-1 tie, eliminated in fire making. Nick Rick Games, eliminated earlier, but then rejoined and then eliminated again in a 3-1 vote. KDE fan 728, eliminated in a 4-1 vote. Frank Gatti, eliminated in a 4-2 vote. Cass, eliminated in a 5-2 vote. Waffle Bush 2, eliminated in a 5-5-2 tie, and then in a 6-4 revote. Gotcha Isaiah, eliminated in a 3-3 tie, and then a 5-2 revote. Scamp fan 127, eliminated earlier, rejoined, then eliminated in an 8-3 vote. Abishan Krishanthan, eliminated in a 6-2 vote. Krisy, eliminated in a 5-2 vote. They were idled out. Tumts, eliminated in a 5-1 vote. Ninetales, eliminated in a 6-2 vote. Jojo Rabbit, eliminated in a 4-4 tie and a 6-0 revote. Jeff Tybout, eliminated in a 6-3 vote. And John Broadhurst, eliminated in a 5-4 vote. Challenge wins, 4 wins for the commenter and 1 for BurntToast, KDE fan 72, 8 Nicker Games, rdoti, Scamp fan 127, deedee, and Cass. Votes received. I received the most votes overall at 15. Nicker Games and deedee got 14. Tumts got 13. BurntToast and Scamp Fan got 12. RDOTI got 11. Jojo Rabbit got 10. Abishan Krishanthan and Gotcha Isaiah got 9. Frank Gatti got 7. Jeff Tybout and Ninetails got 6. John Broadhurst got 5. Cass also got 5. KDE Fan 7-2. 8 got 4. And Krisy got 2. And the commenter got 0 votes at all. Most strategic, KDE Fan 7-8. RDOTI and Abishan Krishanthan. Idols Found 4 by BurntToast. KDE Fan 7-8. Nicker Games and Tumps. Lol. Alright. Who do you think deserved to win out of the final 3? Deedee, you, and the commenter. Oh, you aren't responding. Well, so this is the last game that we're doing. So, BurntToast, I want you to go and get all the placements from all 3 games we did, because when I reach 200 subscribers, I'm gonna do it with the next 18 people, and then I'm going to make like an all-star season with the best people from both casts. And then I'll do 3 different seasons with them for 250. Which would probably be like an all-stars cast or whatever. So you can drop the info in chat when you want. I'll just be waiting here. Okay. I'll check it in a minute. Alright, let me open Discord so we can see what the overall stats are. Let me open a notepad. Wait, do I have an app installed? Yes, I do have a notepad app. Let me open Discord so I can write everything down. Let me not in stream. Stop sharing that. I can close that out now. Oh god, why do I have 11 notifications? Why do I have so many? Alright, let me check these. I'm going to share the screen to the notepad. And then I can update this now. Let's start with the original winner, Tumts. In the first season, he got first. And the second, he also got first. And in the third, he got 18th, 17th, 16th, 15th, 14th. First. Wait, Tumps. First, 14th. All right, let's go with season 1 second place finisher, Deedee, second, 18th. First, second, 18th, first. Deedee, second, 18th, first. Third placer from season 1 was Gotcha Isaiah. So they got first. they did not have as much success as the other two people, unfortunately. They got 10th, and then 10th again. They got 10th twice in a row after that. No, they didn't get first. They got third. What am I doing? 10th. Cass got fourth originally, then got second, and then got eighth. So fourth, second, eighth. Cass, fourth, second, eighth. RDOTI got 5th in season 1, 12th in season 2, and 4th in the season 3. I forgot what I said already. 5th, 12th, 4th. 5th, 12th, 4th. 5th, 12th, 4th. We then have Jeff Tybout, who got 6th, 14th, and 17th. 6th, 14th, and 17th. Sixth, 14th, 17th. Which next we have Frank Gotti, who got 7th. Where are they on this one? 7th, 16th, and 7th. 7th, 16th, and 7th. Gotti, 7th, 16th, and 7th. Next is BurntToast, who got 8th, 4th, and 2nd. Then we have Nick Rick Games, who got 9th, 17th, 5th. Nick Rick Games, 9th, 17th, 5th. Games, 9th, 17th, 5th. No, go back. We then have Nine Tails, who got 10th, 9th, and 18, 17, 18, 8th, 9th. No, 10th, 9th, and 15th. 10th, 9th, and 15th. Tenth, 9th, 15th. Then we have Abishan Krishanthan, who got 11th, 15th, and 12th. 11th, 15th, and 12th. Abishan Krishanthan, 11th, 15th, and 12th. We then have John Broadhurst, who got 12th, 13th, and 18th. John Broadhurst. Who got 12th, 13th, and 18th. Then we have the commenter, who got the 13th, 5th, and 3rd. '13th, 5th, and 3rd. We then have KDE Fan 728, who got 14th, 6th, and 6th. KDE Fan 728. Fan 728, who got 14th, 5th, and 5th. We have myself. I got 15th, 11th, and 9th. 15th, 11th, and 9th. Boys 2, 15th, 11th, and 9th. Jojo Rabbit, who got 16th, 3rd, and 16th, 3rd, and 16th. Jojo Rabbit, 16th, 3rd, and 16th. And then we had Krisy, who got 17th, 7th, 18, 17, 15, 16, 14, 13, 18th, 7th, and 13. No, wait, 17th, 7th, and 13. 17th, 7th, and 13th. And then lastly, we have Scamp Fan 127, who got 18th, 8th, and 11th. One, 2, 7, who got 18th, 8th, and 11th. Now it's time to figure out which of these 9 are going to be added into the All-Star season, with the next potential 9 from the next group of 3. All right. All right, let me calculate some stuff. right, let me do this. All right. Okay. All right. I've decided the best cast for next season. Obviously, Tumts winning twice is obviously going to be returning. Deedee also had 2 very good seasons, so they're returning as well. BurntToast is coming back. The commenter is a strange pick, but I think they should return. They had improving scores in all seasons. Commenter is returning. Cass is also going to be returning. I think Jojo Rabbit should have another chance. He's returning. KDE fan 728 definitely coming back. They got 2 very high placements. RDOTI is coming back as well. Returning. Frank Gatti. Yeah, they're coming back. That's the wild card pick. Returning. Not returning is Gotcha Isaiah. Jeff Tybout. Nick Rick Games. Nine Tails. Abishan Krishanthan sadly is not returning. John Broadhurst is not returning. Returning. Waffle Boys 2, aka me, is not returning. I did not do good enough to even give me a chance to return. Krisy is sadly not returning. I wish they did better because I really like their profile picture. And Scamp Fan 127 is not returning. So here we have it. The 9 people returning will be in the All-Star season, which will happen when I had 250 subscribers. And then so will the other 9 people that will be in the next 18 subscribers. Here we go. I'll see you all next time. Stop sharing and end stream.